Mortgage Talk is on, where you receive good information for your mortgage needs, such as mortgage programs and foreclosure programs to help get you out of foreclosure. Stay tuned and hear what's coming your way.
Indeed, thank you for joining us here on Mortgage Talk. Glad to be here with you. We are streaming from WHPNN Radio Network. Glad to be streaming from WHPNN Radio Network through one of our favorite directories, and we have so many, but we have two of the best that we know, and which is Blog Talk Radio and Speaker.com. And glad to be a part of the family with both of them as we stream through them to you. Because of them, we're able to stream nationally throughout the internet, and we're able to stream worldwide, and we're able to stream to over 200 countries that let us come into their neck of the woods to bring them mortgage talk. And we're glad to do so, to bring you mortgage talk. We're back intact with the team, and glad to be back here. And we're streaming through so many directories. Man, we are streaming through, as I mentioned earlier, Speaker.com, Blog Talk Radio, as we simulcast, and we're streaming also through iHeartRadio, and we're streaming through Cashbox, and Podcast Addict, Google Podcasts. What's up, Google? Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts that we're streaming through. We also are streaming through Deezer, and we are streaming through Amazon Music. Isn't that something? Mortgage Talk in Amazon Music? We're streaming through Amazon Music just as well, so you can get us on Amazon Music in the search bar. Just type in our name, Mortgage Talk 1. That's the number one symbol. I'm Rick Montgomery, the host of Mortgage Talk. Glad to be here with you guys. The topic today is, who are you? Who are Rick Montgomery? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, and then I'm going to tell you about the programs that we have been talking about in the month of November and what's coming up in December. For over 20 years, I was a residential mortgage broker and done a lot of loans. And most of the loans that I've done was foreclosure, helping people out of foreclosure. Never, ever, ever, ever losing a case handling foreclosure. One of the toughest ones that I had in the early stages was dealing with Fleet Mortgage. A lot of you guys may remember Fleet Mortgage, man. A big conglomerate company that own their own real estate company. They own their own broker company. They own their own realtor company, as I mentioned just a while ago when I said real estate. They had a big investment firm where they would buy the foreclosures and sell them themselves. They were big on FHA loans, loaning to African American families and Hispanic families, and foreclosure on them faster. Listen to what I'm telling you. Faster than any other lender did. Yeah. They didn't hardly want to work with anybody because they can get rid of the property. But you know what? They would trip and fall. And so you need to understand the industry and the laws within the industry to be able to see when they fail and then go to them and be able to get something done. And that's what I was able to do. And able to save homes through Fleet Mortgage, which was one of the toughest lenders that I ever had to deal with to save homes for anybody. So I'm sharing with you my experience, period, and explaining some of the programs. Now, I can tell you that Mortgage Talk has a lot of blogs out there, but Mortgage Talk 1, the number one symbol, Mortgage Talk started back on land radio in Hammond, Indiana, at WYCA radio. Yeah. Then we left WYCA, and it was a 2.5 year delay before I decided, after being pushed and hound, to try internet. And we tried internet in 2012, and we started with Blog Talk Radio. And we grew on Blog Talk Radio. The audience base grew. And in the course of months in Blog Talk, I remember we opened the show and our studio at the time, I know Blog Talk changed that, but I wish that they would go back to that because it was just so cool that you can see how many people are listening to you right then and there. Instead of after the show, you see how many people listen to you. And then more people listen to you as the blog stays out there. And then they come in and they register, each time that a person will come and listen to you, and then it counts that individual that comes in. But I remember when we aired and had 1,000 people to listen to us. 1,000 people. Man, telling you. And we weren't trying to get 1,000. I was just into the information that I had to share with you, the programs that I had to share with you. Because Mortgage Talk, we're not trying to give you what we know per se. In other words, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're just explaining to you the information, the programs that's on the wheel, that's in the industry. And what you have to do to obtain the programs and how to fill out the forms for the programs. Because Mortgage Talk is under the umbrella of Information Center, where we give you nothing but the facts within the facts. None of our own personal opinion, but just the facts. And so therefore, we are not trying to put ourselves on any particular pedestal. We have our own competition with other mortgage talk shows. Like they listen to us, we listen to them too sometimes. And we're not trying to get you to understand a pre-understanding of the program and then don't worry about it because it's so complicated and we'll step in and we'll take over and you pay us and we'll do it. That's not Mortgage Talk. Mortgage Talk is about helping you understand the program because we believe in an educated consumer is indeed the best customer. That's the difference between Mortgage Talk and any other mortgage talk show. They can call themselves Mortgage Talk if they want to, but we are Mortgage Talk, and you can tell the difference from the information and how the information is being presented to you. That's the difference. That's what helped Mortgage Talk grow to 100,000 listeners. That's what helped Mortgage Talk stay relevant even when we had lost and averaged down to 68,000 listeners before we went off the air in 2018. Now we're back intact with the team. And we got to start all over again. But that's okay. That's okay. Because it's about getting out information because Corona-19 has taken homes away from people and is attacking homes right now with people who do not want to lose their homes. And we're going to tell you about the programs that can save your homes. That's why we dedicated the month of November and December into talking about programs, foreclosure programs. And we're not just going to stick to one end of foreclosure program, meaning we're not just going to talk about FHA, but FHA holds the largest listing of homeowners. So we got to start with the top. And we got to tell you about the programs that's for the people that's on the top. We all are on the top, but FHA holds the number one. There are more people going for FHA loans than anything else. So we have to tell you about the FHA programs, but we're going to talk about the Freddie Macs and the Fannie Mae programs, which are not part of the federal government, but independent LLC companies that have a contract with the federal government. Don't get it twisted. We're going to tell you about conforming loans programs for foreclosure. and non-conforming loans that are out there for foreclosure, which are very, very similar to conforming. We're also going to tell you about VA programs for people in foreclosure. And why is it that VA has the lowest foreclosure rate? What are they doing over there? They're doing something right. So we're going to tell you about that too. Help you to understand the program if you're a VA family or you are a veteran that's in foreclosure. We're going to tell you how to get out of that, veteran. So hold tight. Hold tight. Because we're coming. Hold tight. We're coming. We're going to tell you about the USDA, the United States Department of Agriculture, if you're in foreclosure. Because United States Department of Agriculture has a program for you too. We're going to tell you about that too. So don't you worry either. You hold tight because we're coming. Now, it can be a little difficult to try to tell you about all of the programs at one time. We can't give you all of it in this show. We can give you one from the VA, give you one from the USDA, give you one from the conforming loan, give you one from the non-conforming loan, give you one from Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, and I guarantee you it's going to be a lot. When you throw all the information in at one time in a short time that you're on the air, I guarantee you're going to leave people totally confused, even though they may go back and review your show over and over again, which is a good point for you because it builds up your ratings, but still, your show was not designed to build up ratings. It was designed to help people. It was designed to help build educated consumers. And if you're dedicated and been bit by the bug of the gift of giving, if you're dedicated, then you're worried about how to get information out there clearly, decisively, so people can understand and then give them information how they can respond back to you to get feedback. I remember lawyers used to contact me for me to help their clients. Now, a lot of them, because since mortgage brokers almost became extinct, but we're coming back, baby. We're coming back. We're coming back. They have been handling what we once handled. It takes them longer because they're lawyers. And mortgage companies do not like dealing with lawyers. So it takes longer because they got to make sure all I's and T's is dotted and crossed. And they don't have time, so it takes longer. But the job will get done, but it just takes longer. Whereas with mortgage brokers, they can get you done within 60 to 120 days, actually less time than that, depending upon the circumstances that's involved. All I's and T's is dotted and crossed, but if they trip along the way, nobody is trying to sue them. Not telling you not to get a lawyer. I'm just telling you why it takes so long for a lawyer to complete a modification or a forbearance agreement. That's the reason. They're not going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that. And many others, mortgage brokers will tell you that too. So, with that said, we're talking about various programs under HUD for this month. Programs, what kind of programs? Well, we talked about last week the HEART program, the FHA HEART program, which was from the Obama administration, the original HEART program that came out in 2008 and then revived in 2009. We gave you information about that HEART program. Go to blogtalkradio.com/Mortgage Talk 1, click on and scroll down and you'll find it. Or go to speaker.com and scroll down and you'll find FHA HEART program, or iHeartRadio and scroll down and you'll find FHA HEART program once you type into the search bar Mortgage Talk 1, the number one symbol. Any of these directories, you type our name in that search bar and you scroll down and you'll find FHA HEART program, which is homeowners. Homeowner, baby. But we're talking about, and we're going to be talking about this month, the UP program, the UP program. What is that? We're going to be talking about the Home Affordable Unemployment homeowners program. You heard what I said? The Home Affordable